Rooster or not? There's Rusty's tail. She's had a lot of red for quite a while on her face for his, but she has a hand body, I think. Her legs are a lot bigger than her sister's, thicker. Her sister does the hackle chest butt more. Maybe it's just a red characteristic that people get fooled. So that's Rusty with the red, who's looking around, wondering if there's a higher roost, because she just got pecked by this one of my dominant barred rocks, who wants all the food and water. She just ran everybody out of here except for Cruella, who has certainly been pecked by others and has also stood up to them. I really would like to know a rooster or not on this wonderful one. Her tail seems to turn under a bit and less rounded than her sister's, but her other feathers really seem very round. They're 11 weeks old at this point, a little over 11 weeks. She doesn't have a lot of hanging down side feathers. They both have little bits of feathers coming. That sounded like one of those flash bangs that we've been hearing at 10:15 at night, living within a mile of one of the protest zones where the police have been lobbing tear gas and crap at citizens who are just expressing their concerns. And there are very few who are creating trouble, like starting fires in garbage cans and in the entry of a couple public buildings or the police union. My barred rock. She's a very beautiful bird. One of my two Jersey Giants. They're pretty good buddies. Rooster or not? Also, pretty sure it's Rhode Island Red, but they weren't labeled when they came from the factory, from Meyer Hatchery. Brown egg layer assortment. So the odds should be good on hens, numbers-wise, from Meyer, from feather sexing and other professional looks at their vent and things. Hen or not? 11 weeks. Those are the little feathers coming out from the saddle area. They're not long, thin, hangy-downies, but they're drooping around the tail, which is partly curved and not super rounded at the end like some of them. And they've been doing quite a bit of yanking tail feathers from each other. They're chest butting over there, those two. That one walked away already. Oh, that was one of the barred rock and an exchequer. An exchecker's standing her ground with her tail stiffly flayed. Does that mean she won? She's been very apt at, and she's keeping the other one in line. The barred rocks have been thugs a bit. Cruella, you could be nicer. And here comes this one for a little chest butting. Way to stand up to her, Rusty. Approaching the food area, you gotta stand up for yourselves. It's okay, honey. Don't get agitated. You didn't lose a war or anything. My barred rocks are clearly hens. Although there are some feathers above this tail coming out. But again, they look real rounded. And they're kind of splaying instead of hanging down. My 2 barred rocks. Both have a little red in their faces. They didn't have huge comb development yet. And at 10 weeks, this one has got a little more red suddenly in her face, but I don't think that's a big deal. And her legs don't look real big to me. So I think Han is confirmed on these, in my mind at least. But let me know if I'm wrong. Goldie's behavior. Oh, just running around little. The black ones, Jersey Giants, probably have moved over to the roosty area that I set up for them. And we've added wire plus lattice on as much of the Casbah as we can. Yeah, here's my Goldie. She doesn't have very much red in her face at all. She should get some soon. Her legs are not real big. Her tail feathers were more rounded, but some have been pulled out recently. And there's that bustle or saddle feathers just starting, and they're wispy, and they kind of part around there, the tail. So I think she's a hen. That sounds like another one of those flashbangs. What the hell? Or maybe it's something from the industrial area. In this neighborhood, there's a lot of people with dog walkers. There's one coming now over there. A lot of dogs. So they will never have an outdoor run just wide open unless I'm right there by the fence, where a dog on the lamb could run and jump in and take them all out in 20 minutes. So I have to be out there. So maybe an hour a day in the larger yard on the other side of the house, while I'm out there in the garden, working the compost or working their area or something. She's having her chicken kibble. This little apple cider vinegar bowl standing by the food that I'll refill frequently today. There's my Goldie. It's supposed to get to be 103 degrees today, so I'm adding white sheets to the fence by 10 a.m. today, well before noon. Yesterday was in the 80s, and at the heat part of the day, they went in their little brooder box. That was their last brooder box. It's a large box, and I put it on its side with the little pine shavings in it when we moved them to the Casbah area to help them be more comfortable. Anything familiar can help. And they have been in this chick tractor every day for a couple months now for part of the day. Sometimes at night we lock them in here, or have been. But we don't have a good long perch set up, and it's not that comfortable for 7 large chicks to hang out on this outhouse, the cabin. Although they like it for a perch, especially after eating. Hang out frequently together on top of there. But at night they want something higher and that's more comfortable for all of them to gather. Okay, I suppose that's it for now. Those chicks over there get along pretty well. Even one of the reds and the ex-checker leghorn get into a little chest butting, it stays pretty peaceful. It's just a little display of what they got, and pretty hackle feathers. So thanks for your opinion on if you see any roosters in this bunch. Those of you who know more about things, I think that, oh, that's good. You got to see her tail flay a little bit. That's where those saddle feathers just coming out. They look rounded on the ends to me. So I think that's still hand for Goldie, and she just doesn't have color on her face yet, and at 10 weeks. So I'm real happy about that. Barred rocks, similar. See, that's the thing. She's just unnecessarily shoving people away from water and food when they've already had all they need. They're guarding it. So I'm eager to get a larger, rounder waterer, that one there, set up and a better feeding situation with the trough or something. That's it for now. Oh, hey, you be nice. Maybe if I go away, I'll just watch the window upstairs. They'll let the others in, and maybe it's because they're a little competitive with me for top chick that they're hanging out right here and pushing others away. And this one was biting me yesterday, the one with this red face. She was biting me. I had to close her in here so I could scoop poo in the rest of the run. They're Casbah. All right, thanks for your opinion.